everybody. Quiet, listen to me. We're going to start a show.
Alright, are you guys, like, settled now? Can we do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, for fuck's sake. Alright. Okay. Welcome to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, everybody. I'm JD.
I'm Kyle.
And joining us again this week is the lovely and beautiful Andy.
I'm just as surprised as everyone else is.
Much shock around here. But, if you're new to our show here, our Ink and Paint Club podcast is a weekly animation discussion bullshittery kind of show where I guess the three of us now sit around and talk about cartoons and stuff.
Am I going to be allowed back again?
We'll see how this episode goes.
Okay,
You're still on your trial right now.
Trial period, okay.
Trial. You're on training wage right now. But if at the end of the show you enjoyed yourself, we would really appreciate it if you would share this in any way you can, social media, with your friends, with your grandma if you even feel like it.
Yeah, come on. There's no reason not to share the show.
Right. Come on. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? I mean, I'm just making it sound like an obligation.
Well, it should be. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna strap my grandma down and make her listen to it.
No, grandma.
People spend how much time on the internet doing bullshit? They might as well listen to the
If
show.
you can watch Game Grumps, you can share our show.
Thank you.
If she can online casino and shit, she can listen to this.
Background noise.
Oh, grandma. Anyway, so we'll talk about a little bit of news that's going on in the animation industry, and then we've got I would say a doozy of a show this week. I guess no one agree. Okay, I was gonna say, does no one agree with me? Okay.
It's okay.
We haven't done it yet, so it could end up being a total pile of shit. We don't know.
Confidence is definitely running high tonight.
Alright, well, since we do have such a expansive topic this week, there's only a few news stories, and we'll try to see if we can just breeze through it. Oh, okay, so first on the docket this week, did either of you watch the new Good Dinosaur trailer?
Yes,
I did not.
Nothing.
Well, Andy, you're fired.
Well, I'm sorry. This is Pixar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of getting hyped up for these movies and just fucking crying.
Crying out of disappointment or crying because it makes you feel emotional?
Because it just hits me out of nowhere with emotions.
Oh, then wait till you watch Inside Out.
Yeah, I know. That's maybe part of the reason I haven't gone to see it. Oh, you know what? I'm not feeling like crying tonight.
Oh, it'll give you the feels, believe me.
God
Spoiler
damn
alert,
it.
all the dinosaurs die at the end of the movie.
I didn't think about that. That probably was what happened.
I'm
No,
sure they're gonna make it like a huge, like, in-depth thing.
it's weird because like the whole premise of this movie, at least now that they're showing from the trailer, is like the comet that killed the dinosaurs missed Earth completely, so dinosaurs got to stay around, but so like dinosaurs can now coincide with cavemen? Because like I guess the whole point is, I was reading something, the whole movie is like a reverse on the boy and his dog trope, where the dog is now the dominant one, and he's like basically this long-necked dinosaur's got this little cave baby as his dog, and he's all feral and shit, and he fights off other dinosaurs and shit for him.
Did you just fucking throw Land Before Time terminology in this?
Which one was? What did I say?
You called him a long neck.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, no, it wasn't intentional. He just has a long neck.
Next, it's gonna be sharp teeth and.
I mean, those are the proper scientific terms for him,
What
right?
about the tree star?
The tree star? Though, I mean, that's a source of all.
If you want a good cry, let's watch Land Before Time.
Let's not do
No.
that. I don't want to watch Littlefoot's mom die again.
God.
I will say that watching Littlefoot's mom die is more sad than Bambi's mom dying.
Well, yeah, because it comes out. It's so built up to.
Bambi's mom dying is almost nonchalant.
if you rewind it, she comes back to life.
The magic of
Yeah.
video editing.
If you rewind Jaws, it's just a shark regurgitating people.
Oh god. So, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not like I'm like not excited to see a good dinosaur, but like after seeing Inside Out, I'm like, it's alright.
You're gonna feel like it's gonna be a little rush since they fucking released
Well,
2 movies this year.
They released 2 movies because they've been without a movie for almost 2 years.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Monsters University came out like a year or 2 ago, so they've been out without a movie for a while. So I can understand why they're trying to catch up, but I don't know. Just the concept of this story is not grabbing me as much as Inside Out did. So
And I like to be grabbed too, so.
all over the place, I'm sure.
Jokes.
So anyway, Kyle, I know you have some understandable rage about this next one.
Oh, well, just like the Angry Birds movie that is so timely, you know, how fucking popular that is right now.
God,
Everybody
yeah,
loves
that's
Angry
like
Birds.
I think it comes out like next year. It's like who gives a shit about Angry Birds anymore?
They just
Yeah.
they're releasing the second game.
There's Angry Birds 2? How could
Yeah,
you?
they announced they're actually doing like a full scale sequel, not like a spin-off or one of their.
Angry Birds Star Wars?
Yeah, well, no, they're actually doing just flat out Angry Birds 2.
Oh
and
god.
I don't know. I
Well-
don't have a problem with them.
If you didn't think that Hollywood could get any less trying to capitalize on what they feel is popular, Sony Animation has bought the rights to make an emoji movie. You know those little happy face things that you get on your iPhone? Yeah, they're trying to make a
I
movie
never
on
get
that.
those.
So, this is gonna end up being like Inside Out, where they just are regulated to one emotion. I bet you anything.
Probably. That's all
Well,
they
like-
are.
What would the
Happy's
poop
just
one
happy.
be?
Poop would be just feeling shitty.
If
all
that's
the time,
if
I
the
guess.
if the poop is not the main character, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed. If that is the hero that we need.
My favorite emoji is the black thumbs up, because that is hands down the best one.
Why was that when they introduced
Yeah, the racial
skin tone?
Yeah,
Oh, I mean-
it's hands down thumbs up the best one that they have.
I have to start using that. But I don't know. This just seems super lazy. And what strikes me as weird is that the guy that they got to direct, this Anthony Leonidas guy, like his big major film, it was like this Bureau of Otherworldly whatever for, I think it was for DreamWorks, has like got shelved, and they're already throwing him on a different movie.
The emoji movie, so that shows you what they think of them.
Oh God.
It's like, here, figure this out.
Here, do this. Why
So-
not?
I bet you anything they're gonna pull like a Paranorman, and they're gonna have like the gay emoji in there. That's gonna be like. the
Except
big
it won't be
plot twist.
subtle or nuanced at all.
Or
No,
it won't
it's
be
just-
in a good movie.
Yeah, that
I
too.
mean, Paranorman was kind of really good.
Yeah.
That's my new Halloween ritual is to watch Paranorman.
Well, I mean, as it should be.
Good. I love that movie.
Am I back on the show now? I'm not fired?
Alright. Rehired, but with less pay. What's less than nothing? Does that mean you have to give me money now?
I think that means, I have to
Cool, 'cause
start
I'm broke as
paying
hell
for
right
it.
now. Alright, so any other rage you guys would like to express towards this clearly terrible idea?
I don't know. I
I've been
mean,
pretty
it's
calm
Hollywood.
about this.
Really? 'Cause you had some rage earlier.
I got it out
All right.
of my system.
Damn. I blew
Like,
the load too early.
It's all right.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so this next one, I don't know if any of you but me care.
I'm down.
Alright, cool. So, Gatchaman, for those who are not unfamiliar, is this, how would you explain Gatchaman to a newcomer?
Science Ninja Team.
They're like Power Rangers, but with birds.
Wait, Wasn't it like Battle of the Planets was how they brought it to America?
It was originally known as G-Force when it premiered on Toonami, but it was also before that known as Battle of the Planets.
Okay, so
I know this shit.
all right, good. I didn't know what you. I still don't like understand both of yours full scope of knowledge, but anyway, there is an unreleased Gatchaman film from like the 70s that Sentai Filmworks is finally going to be bringing over for an English dub this year. And
It's pretty awesome.
I'm down for that. I like me some old school Gatchaman, even though the dub is fucking terrible. But what'd you expect? It's like Speed Racer bad. But I love Speed Racer Camp though.
Ken the Eagle's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he is. Oh, dude, did
Joe the Condor.
did any of you guys actually play Capcom versus Tatsunoko?
Yes,
Yeah.
I bought it when it first came out. I got the fucking arcade stick.
Good.
Yeah, I had to be my waifu Duranjo.
Oh, Kyle, I'm sad. I have that Duranjo statue that you want so much, but I boxed it up.
Oh,
She's down in my new apartment.
Oh,
So
Durango.
she's my girl.
she's your bae.
Noticing a theme with all your waifus.
Just do a whole
Woman in
waifu.
power.
Do a
They all
waifu
seem to wear
show.
one pieces.
One Piece.
Is that right?
I don't know. You got Morrigan. You got Duranjo.
I didn't think about it, but yeah, Kyle, you do kind of have a trend.
Damn.
I learned something new about myself.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Weird.
Jessie. She doesn't. I mean, I guess she could wear one, but
I'm not against it.
and trombone, but or trombone. I don't fucking know.
Kyle wants to
Anyways,
trombone that lady, that's right.
Am I right?
Even though she's like, what, 14?
Tron's
Oh.
costume confuses the hell out of me.
Right.
Metal crotch.
Yeah,
Oh, Christ.
I'm friends with a girl who like cosplays as Tron, and I this was always really. I asked her about that, and she didn't have an answer for me.
Oh. Well.
But
But,
I was just like, what is with the metal crotch? Was there a weird history of like sack tapping in that family?
it's just what Keiji Inafune is just like, this is my thing. I'm going to put it in the game now. That's what he did.
You know, it'd be pretty sweet. Metal crotches.
Metal Crunch, it's like, it's the wave of the future.
It
Everyone-
does sound pretty cool, though.
I mean, we can get metal, like, crotch cups and stuff, but...
I thought it was kind of cool. I guess kind of on this, but not really. Still a little off topic in a sense. But
Okay.
I saw a JD had posted a gift set of like cosplay Pikachu,
Oh, yeah.
and it had like all the ones from the games or whatever, and then they had fucking Ken the Eagle Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
like,
I'm like,
he's
that's cool as hell. Why
he's
is
super
that a
Pikachu.
gift?
And for the
Yeah.
life of me, I cannot find that special online, and it's pissing me off.
It's all about Joe the Condor, guys. Come on now.
I like the fat guy. I relate to that.
I forgot his name, but
He's the owl guy whose
Yeah.
name escapes me.
Ryu.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
But
Is Ryu the owl or Ryu the
sure,
Oh.
let's go with that.
You're probably
They
right.
every time they dub it, they change their names. But anyway,
Tatsunoko was awesome.
anyway, staying on topic, I don't know what this film is about, but I am all for new Gatchaman films.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm down.
anything to bring those old classics back.
And if anything, it makes me sad that Imagi 3D film that they were gonna do never got done. That trailer was kind of sweet. Like, I never watched Astro Boy, but I think I might be in the minority that actually liked their Ninja Turtle movie.
I liked it, but watching it now,
Yeah, it's a little dated.
Well, speaking of data, topic tonight's going to deal with that.
Nice segue. So, I guess they're trying to bring back everything from the 90s because they're bringing SWAT Cats back.
Yeah, and everybody should go donate to that Kickstarter. I know I
Yeah,
did.
so the original creators of SWAT Cats just randomly the other day just put up like, hey, we're doing a Kickstarter to garner interest in a new SWAT Cat show, and I'm down as shit for that.
Well, it already beat its first goal.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
I haven't been
50,000 and it reached 70, and they still got 26 days left.
Good. I haven't been keeping up with it, so that's good to
I
hear.
have, because I really want that
You
show.
changed your Facebook picture to...
Yes, I changed it to T-Bone because SWAT Cats was one of the most underappreciated 90s cartoons.
I'm
It was
with
so
you.
good, and hardly anyone, knew about it. I mean, furries loved it, of course, but...
Hey, I almost feel like Callie Briggs is not furry material because her face is almost human.
Yeah, but, that's a discussion for another episode.
Yeah, I'm not going to
But-
get into that.
I mean, I could go into... I was talking to somebody who was like, I don't know, was SWAT Cats really good? I'm like, yes, they fought robot gangsters and giant monsters, and they had, a sweet jet.
I was, as a kid, I was waiting for them, make the jet be able to turn into a robot. I don't know why.
I guarantee if they had a third season, it would have gotten...
Maybe it will. Maybe just
yeah.
reboot SWAT Cats Revolution, as they're calling it.
I'm trying to think right now. Wasn't the first episode super fucked up? It was like a blob monster, but it was like
I have no idea.
That would be the giant bacteria. Because
No,
the episode started off with them fighting chasing this crazy pilot who had eyes in the back of his head.
Ew.
Totally unrelated.
Oh,
And he gets
pretty cool.
shot down, and then this guy this scientist mutates him into a giant monster. They show it eating a cow, which was pretty crazy. Then they show it eating an entire train full of civilians. It was a crazy episode. It was dark. A lot of people bring up how kind of messed up it was.
that is fucked up.
I remember it being really fucked up because I guess that guy didn't deserve that in a sense, but
No, the guy, the scientist, I think, just did it just to do it. Said, "Oh no, I'll help you," and then
Yeah.
is that the snake dude?
I think it was, or yeah,
Looking cat.
Dr. Viper.
Yeah.
I know this
watched
cartoon, guys. I can go on about this.
Perhaps we'll
watched it in a
Perhaps
while,
we'll make
but-
a SWAT Cats episode.
I know Boomerang used to play it a lot, and I
Yeah.
would catch it on Boomerang.
Who has Boomerang?
But I can say I used to watch it on OG Cartoon Network with Tasmania and all that.
Tasmania.
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Well,
Seriously, go check out the Kickstarter for SWAT Cats.
yeah. It's time.
Deserves to come back.
Yeah, it's called SWAT Cats Revolution. So if I can remember, I'll put a link to it in the description so you can go check that out and definitely get it is of money for a worthy cause.
I mean, of all the '90s franchises that deserve a second chance, I mean, let's make it a good one.
And if this works, it may lead to other shows coming back this way. I
No,
don't-
just SWAT Cats.
Just SWAT. Okay, fine.
Just SWAT Cats.
All right.
My money is on Bobby's World.
No, we let
never
Bobby's
understood.
world die. Much like fucking what was that other show? What was that? It was another comedian. He did a show.
Camp
Louis
Candy?
Anderson.
Yes. What was
Hey,
the?
wait, no. Life with Louie was funny. The kids
I don't
just
re-
like him.
I don't remember anything about Life with Louie. Just the fact that he looked so fucking weird.
Because
Yeah.
Louis Anderson is a weird-looking guy.
Oh god.
It's true.
It's
though.
true.
I mean, the cartoon, it was really him as a kid, I think.
I guess.
I don't know. I caught an episode of it on YouTube when I remember we were talking about it a long time ago, and it was still kind of funny.
It was weird to me because his dad was higher pitched than he was.
His dad was... God, now I gotta watch that again.
All right. Well, let's just Kyle. What was this next thing you wanted to talk about?
So, over the weekend, Rick and Morty, I guess, made an Instagram account for something else. It was called the Rickstaverse. I think that's what it is on
I
there.
think that sounds right.
And it's super cool. Whoever the PR team or whoever's doing their marketing for Adult Swim is phenomenal. So they have this account, and there's maybe 9 to 12 pictures, and it makes one giant picture. And you click on each individual picture to kind of explore this universe, and some of them are tagged and some of them aren't. So you can click a thing that's tagged, and then you go into another account. So this is a total different Instagram account with another 9 pictures.
Oh.
And you just keep exploring this whole universe. So there's 27 different Instagram accounts, and there's like little clips. There's like this illegal like drug dealer that you can befriend on Instagram. They show you like
Jesus.
clips.
Is this what they've been doing between seasons?
Yeah,
Probably.
they show you clips like he's not supposed to show them because he's like this illegal guy, but he'll show you like clips for the next episode or something like that.
That's awesome.
Like, it's super neat. And then there was one where it was like Rick's secret lair, and they have to approve you before you see it. Like,
Oh.
It's a locked account.
Oh.
So it's just incredible because they do like, they have Anatomy Park. You can go explore that. You can explore Gazorpazorp.
Are there Meeseeks?
I didn't see any, but I think there are.
There better be.
There has to be.
That's my
The-
favorite episode.
The
Mr.
Meeseeks he makes a cameo in the second episode of the season.
Yeah, he's like in the background of the Dave and Buster's playing.
Okay, well, I was already gonna watch it, but the potential return of Meeseeks.
Yeah, he's just randomly in the background.
He's helping someone out, and then you see him poof away. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I appreciate so much of what Rick and Morty does because it's like all this little stuff. You'd have to watch an episode like 5 times to get all of it. Like,
Yeah.
it still kills me to this day that there is technically a Gravity Falls crossover in there.
Yeah. 'Cause
There's
they're
a
all
Mystery
buddies.
Science Theater Easter egg in there.
Oh, nice.
In the first episode, there's like they're going through like the time, or they're going through like the dimension TSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like all the silhouettes. Like there's like a long view, and then you can see Gypsy. You can see like little tiny silhouettes of Gypsy, Tom Servo, and Crow.
That's awesome, and I want to watch that again now.
Well, I mean, there's no reason not to watch it again.
Yeah, it's been amazing because my girlfriend had never watched Rick and Morty, and then like last week we just marathon the entire first season, and now she's in love with it.
I can't help it.
Good.
It's too good.
I heard that is it Justin
Justin Roiland.
Justin Roiland, yeah.
I guess he just won an award for Rick's voice for something.
I'd believe it.
It's almost his actual voice, except he stutters and belches through the entire thing.
Apparently he drinks a lot of Pepsi before he does the voice.
Oh,
He said it's pretty gross.
I bet.
Yeah.
I'm glad Rick and Morty's back. I've missed it greatly this past year.
Well, I mean, they did that. They got to do a Simpsons couch gag.
I know that was so random, but like I'm sure that
It made The Simpsons watchable again.
don't
Just
know.
for like 2 minutes.
I honestly
Yeah.
think in this I think we're on episode 8 at this point. I don't think we've gone a single episode without mentioning The Simpsons in some regard.
I know,
Oh.
right?
Kind of hard not to.
Well, you just brought it up, so you brought that all on yourself.
Hey, you're the one who said this. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
think it was me, actually. But
Whatever. Who
You
cares?
guys can fight.
Anyway, Rick and Morty is amazing. Kyle, what's this last thing you?
So, Disney's doing a poll, kind of like, I guess, the Smash Brothers thing, where you can have a character for the next, like, Infinity game, Disney Infinity. So they have a bunch of these, like, terrible characters, like, who wants movie Alice? Like,
No, wait, the Tim Burton Alice?
Yeah, she's...
Oh,
she's out
why?
Oh.
Get old school Alice in there at
there.
least.
And, like, Corella DeVille, it's like,
Ugh,
really? Who would
why?
pick
These
that?
are dumb choices.
And then, like, there's Kim Possible, which is like, really?
Yes, I want that so bad.
Seriously?
Yes.
The big runner right now, it's Mabel from Gravity Falls. Like, it kind of gets me because it's like, she's like one of a duo. Like, I would see Dipper
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, I would see a Dipper and Mabel duo set.
You got to put in a Grunkle Stan first.
What's the Grunkle
Yeah.
Stan?
I would totally go out and buy that figure.
I'd buy a Grunkle Stan figure.
I'm down for that. Well, it's Mabel from Gravity Falls and Darkwing Duck, which he's been talked about for like since ever. They've been wanting to put him in,
That'd be amazing.
but I bring it up because 4chan they've broken up into two sides, and this is like on their video games board, their cartoon board, and their toy board.
Wow, it's going
It
global,
counts as
huh?
all of them.
Yeah, it falls under all those categories. So the two sides made a script to fuck the website up
Oh,
and
jeez.
just like cheat the system. So right now, Mabel and Darkwing Duck, I think, are like 47, 48. Like one of them's 1 point off, but everything else is like at 0%.
Oh,
I think
God.
they just ruined it for
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh God. Well, see, Disney's. See, what's gonna happen is Disney's gonna see that and it's gonna discount it. And it's like, oh, well, we only did this as like as a fun thing to do. We already have the figures made up. The contest is
I'm
rigged.
sure of it. I just find it funny because whenever there's a poll online, 4chan fucks it up, and it's the funniest stuff. Because I think Mountain Dew did one where it's like, name the next Dew, and they did Hitler did nothing wrong, and like everyone voted for it, and it won, and they're like, no guys, we can't do this, I'm sorry. This was a screw up on our part, we're not calling it
What
that.
do you think's gonna happen when you give a forum to the internet?
It's the best.
I mean, you
God.
can't really expect it not to happen.
Did they do anything for the Smash Bros ballot? Probably.
Not from
Surprising.
what I know.
Just spam Shrek or Goku.
Well, I'm sure people have done that, but
God.
I don't think. I think 4chan has enough respect not to fuck with that. So,
If you say so.
but I want K. Rool. Bam.
I'd be down for King K. Rool. There's a few. A lot of the characters I want are fucking obscure characters that no one's ever heard of.
Let's just settle for Gino.
That'd be kind of awesome, actually.
So many legal battles with Square would have to go down, and I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, that's actually a good segue into our topic for the day. But you guys want to take a little break real quick, compose
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes. Why not?
But we're gonna come back from break here in a few minutes, and we're gonna talk about a shit ton of video game stuff.
I need to compose all over myself right now. So,
Can I watch?
if you want, the camera's on.
This just got awkward.
All right, we'll be right back. Well, I want a popsicle too.
Too fucking bad.
Anyway, we're back from break. Kyle's just eating a popsicle over there, and I
Yep.
tried to resist so many dick jokes.
And it's fucking delicious.
Good. All
It's
right.
lemon and lime.
Oh,
I
that's,
mean, that's a weird combination, I know.
so. Does
but
it taste like Sprite?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this week we decided to take a look at some shows that were based on video games because, as the history of the show has shown, I like to shoehorn any kind of video game subject I can in here.
I'm alright with that. I know more about video games than I do cartoons, I think.
All right, well, good. That's good. So, I think each of us picked 2 shows, and we're gonna talk about them this week. It'll be a good time for everybody. So, should I?
JD goes first.
All right, fine. God, just pulling the weight of this show, aren't I? God damn it. Well, anyway, the show I wanted to talk about first was this little show called Parappa the Rapper.
I still had no idea existed at all.
Right? Well, there's probably good reason for that because it was never released outside of Japan. It never got an English dub. It's a weird show because like I've never really played Parappa, but I really like the aesthetic of it. So I decided to just give it a try, and it's very tonally different than the games are. So basically, like, this show it's kind of a slice of life kind of show. It's just random adventures of Parappa and all his friends. But I guess originally, the original creator Rodney Greenblatt, who did all the character designs, was hoping to like make the show like aimed at teenagers like the game was, but the creators of the show were like, well, we need some Parappa merchandise, so we're gonna start gearing this towards younger children. So
there was merchandise for it too?
Maybe in Japan there was.
Okay, I'm noticing a theme here.
I've seen like toasters and shit.
Yeah, Japan has a lot of really random merchandise, but
I thought you were gonna say Japan has a lot of toasters.
they might. I don't know. I've never been, but
Right, yeah.
but yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's fun. It's just Parappa and his friends doing really random stuff. Like one of the first episodes is like, there's this old lady, and she wanted to be a dancer when she was younger, and they all end up in this abandoned theater where she dances, and it just starts falling apart. And I don't know. It's really random. Also,
Yeah.
there's almost zero rapping ever done in the show.
I was about to ask, do they actually
No,
do
there's
rapping?
like as far as I watched, there was like no rapping ever in the show,
Well,
like at all.
that's false advertising.
I know, right? There's like no singing, and I don't know. I guess this show was, at least from what I was reading, is more than likely set before any of the games, because like the band from Jammer Lammy is never talked about or mentioned.
Was it milk
At all.
crate or milk can?
Milk can, yeah. And the
For milk can.
sure, no super milk.
Never fucking understood that show.
God damn it!
I
a
love
little
that show.
I know you do, Kyle. No super milk chan for you. But yeah, that's the one thing that bummed me out, is that because this was aimed at younger kids, they decided to cut Lammy and all the characters associated with that out because they're more teenage specific. So fucking Lammy and a lot of the older characters were allowed in the show. So I guess fuck that. But they decided to add 2 new random characters into it just for no reason. But
Were they any good?
they're just like generic. Oh, we needed a new boy and a new girl character, so we just put them in. And they like their designs seem way too detailed for compared to everybody else. Because everyone else is like has a really simple shirt. Like Parappa has like a tank top and some pants, fine, whatever. But like the girl has like a skirt and a cardigan on, and the boy dog guy has like a t-shirt and jeans and all stuff.
Goddamn cardigans.
It just seems way too they seemed kind of out of place, at least to me. And I mean, they were designed by the original character designer, and that's literally the only input he ever had to the show. It was just like, all right, I'll make you these 2 characters, and it's fucked off, I guess. But yeah, it was it's weird. I guess they towards the end they get more into Parappa and his lady's romance life. Like, I guess it's confirmed or whatever, I don't know. So there's that, at least.
I still just... what a weird choice.
I mean, I think it could have been really cool had they, tried to stick more to the game, which I guess is I guess what happens with a lot of these shows that we'll talk about is, like, the tone is just so different from the games. It's almost, like, not even the same thing anymore. But, yeah, if Parappa would have, like, stayed true to, like, what it was in the games, I think it could have been a lot better, but I don't know, I guess.
You just gotta believe.
You just gotta believe, right. I don't know, but,
I used to play as him in that stupid Smash Brothers clone
no.
against
All-Star
this
Battle
one.
Royale.
Yeah, I used to play as him against this one dude because he fucking hated Parappa, and like to beat him as that was like the best joy of my life. Like nothing else matters. That shit was phenomenal.
Oh, God.
Why did he hate Parappa?
Because he doesn't believe.
He was the type that was like, oh, well, I like, Big Daddy and Drake, Josh. I don't know, Drake and Josh. I don't know his name.
Nathan Drake?
Yeah, I want to call him Drake Bell for some reason.
He'll be Drake Bell in the reboot.
Yeah, he only liked the human characters, so I don't know.
So
what the fuck is the point of playing a video game then?
No Sly Cooper for this guy. When are they gonna make a Sly Cooper video or TV show? I want that.
I don't know, man. After Thieves in Time, I'm really hoping that they get to make
Like,
a
Thieves in Time had like
great cutscenes.
Yeah, they're all like animated. Like, granted, they're Flash animated, but still, they're fucking. They're like funny. And there's like this. What was it? It was just like this short little animation that they did. It was like prior to the game's release, and it was like I could see this being like a Saturday morning show. And instead, we're getting like some CG movie, which I am losing hope for the more I look at it.
They were like, "Hey, here's a cliffhanger. LOL. No new game."
Oh.
Oh wait, seriously? They're not doing a new game?
They haven't said nothing.
Oh,
They said
okay. I
there was
thought
no
it was
plans.
confirmed.
Oh, I want Sly 5. I still need to play Thieves in Time. I beat 1 through 3, but
I fucking played through that game in like a weekend. I was that obsessed with it.
nice. But anyway,
It's the same way.
anyway, should I just go on with my next one, or would either of you like a turn?
Go for it.
Or,
Do it. It's all you, man.
Oh, so much.
You gotta believe.
So
man.
much pressure. All right, so this is a really random show that I like. This is back when I watched Fox Kids almost religiously, but Monster Rancher.
Monsters rule.
Monsters do rule. I don't know. It was okay. I will say in the fact that at least compared to Parappa, where I really like the aesthetic, I actually really do not like the Monster Rancher games.
No, it is like so dull in colors.
It's not that. It's just I don't like the concept. It's just like because it's I get it. It's called Monster Rancher, and you're raising monsters. But when I watched, but I didn't when I was a kid, I didn't realize it was a video game too. So I figured it was a lot more adventure based, and you would actually go do monster fights. But monster fighting in the game is actually a really small part of it.
I don't know. I got really into those games.
That's fair.
I think I played 1 and 2 mostly.
I don't know.
I just loved the whole finding CDs and
That I did think was a really cool concept, and that
was
some specific CDs would give you specific monsters. Like I think a Beck CD gave you a certain high level monster.
I know the Men in Black soundtrack gave you a really rare monster,
That's awesome.
and I know REM Monster gave you a ridiculously powerful monster.
That was actually really cool. That they just go the extra mile with that kind of stuff. But basically, like the whole conceit of this Monster Rancher TV show is that this, let's be honest, was trying to capitalize on Ash's catch 'em look from Pokemon.
It
Kind
was
of,
basically the same character.
more or less. He had scruffy hair and a baseball hat and fought with monsters.
He talked with a gruff voice.
Kinda.
He did.
He had a really kind of obnoxious voice. He's almost like
He was an
proto.
obnoxious character.
He's like proto Naruto in voice. I guess kinda. But basically, the show it's like this kid Genki is like the top Monster Rancher fighter in the world. Which is okay. This is what confused me as a kid because when he at the beginning of the show he's shown in like this tournament or whatever, and the video game they're playing shows the monster fighting of the game. I figured that's what the whole game was. It was like you get your monsters, you go fight, not like the whole raising part. I don't know. And because the show never shows like that aspect very much, but
the show went on a completely it was more like an adventure show.
yeah, because so he wins this tournament, gets this special CD. I don't know if they ever explained how the fuck he gets this magic CD in the first place, but he puts
They
it
sent it to him because he won the contest.
But it did the company. Is it like in Yu-Gi-Oh where he sends him the special haunted videotape? It's like sends it in his shadow, bro.
I don't know that much.
No, but anyway, he gets the special CD, puts it in his very obviously a PlayStation, and gets
Copyright.
Copyright. And he gets sucked into the world of the game where people and monsters live side by side and stuff, but there's this big evil monster dictator guy who his name was Moo and I could never take seriously. But I don't think you ever see him, or if you do, it's way beyond where I watched it because I've only watched maybe half of the series. But
he's in the games actually.
Yeah, he's in the games, but I don't know if they ever show him in the show. Yeah. But he teams up with this girl who has this power to find monsters.
Also from the game.
Holly was in the game?
Yeah, she was your she was basically like your guide.
Oh, well, alright then. Way to keep authenticity there. But, yeah, she's got, like, this power to find these monster stones, which you can summon monsters back to life. And they get this ragtag group of monsters that team up with them. You got this little pink penguin thing, and... Mochi! And he's their Pikachu, because that's all he ever fucking says.
Why do I feel like I'm the one who should have been talking about that?
Because I like Monster Rancher. You just know more. You know more about Monster Rancher the show or the game.
Not true.
Oh.
I can talk the cartoon.
Okay.
That's fighting words.
All right. Well, this isn't like specifically like I'm talking about the whole time. This is discussion.
I'm just fucking with you. It's okay. Just to point out though, there was a giant whale monster, and its name was Gucci. Just thought everyone should know that.
Gucci. No,
the monsters all had ridiculously silly names after a point. And these were supposed to be the bad guys. So
yeah.
Keep that in mind.
And they also had, like, really generic names, because, like, you got the giant rock monster who they just named Golem, or you have the giant rabbit named Hare. And for some reason they named a horned wolf, they named him Tiger. Why?
Maybe some things are, like, lost in translation.
I guess. And then
those are like the straight up names of the monsters in the game. I think that's more so it.
I don't know. And then you got fucking Suezo, the giant eyeball monster, who's creepy as shit.
He was the best.
He's your favorite.
Basically just a loudmouth like jerk.
Yeah, he was like a good version of Meowth. I'm drawing so many parallels to Pokemon in the show.
I wonder why.
Which they probably made it to capitalize on the popularity, which I would not at all doubt. But yeah, like you were saying, the Monster Rancher show is way more adventure based. It's just them wandering the world, trying to find more monster stones to fight Moo and loosen his grip. Oh, wait, no, they're trying to find this...
A way for him to get home, I think.
Well, no, because they're trying to find the Phoenix, which is like the god monster of their world, and if they find the Phoenix will defeat Moo for them.
Oh.
And I don't know if they ever...
else to do your job for you.
Pretty much. He's like... Yeah, he's God mode monster who is indestructible and can wreck everybody's shit. But it's just them wandering the world and like, hey, we're gonna find monsters and meet people, and random character of the day has a problem and all that good stuff. And
they had Pixie, who was like the token sexualized.
Yeah, you know. I mean, every monster show, or pretty much any kid show from the 90s, had to have, like, that token over-sexualized character in there. Especially 90s anime.
Well, granted, she was true to the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, wasn't she, like, one of those... I think her whole story was that she hates humans, because, like, she was basically, like, the revolutionary or something.
I think that sounds right. But, yeah.
It was a deep show based off...
Yeah.
Something you would not expect.
Right. I guess the only other thing I really find amusing, and this is just really stupid, that every time, now that I've watched so much Ed, Edd and Eddy, every time I go back and rewatch Monster Rancher, I can't unhear Double D from Hair because of the same guy.
Oh god, it is the same guy.
Sam Vincent is just
I remember hearing him in, like, some Transformers cartoon, and I'm like, this guy has no range.
Oh no, Sam Vincent has the same voice, and he does a lot of anime.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the guy that does voice of Robin in Teen Titans? Isn't he kind of easy to pick out of, like, everything?
Scott Menville, yeah. Scott Menville has one voice, and it's Robin.
And it's because he was in StarCraft 2.
He was in
as a
StarCraft.
nerd.
There's an episode of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero. He's young Bucky, and he sounds just like Robin.
Oh yeah, it's the same basic character.
It's the same
Mission
character.
Hill.
Mission Hill. Kevin sounds like Robin.
Yeah.
Well, granted, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, that's true. Everyone sounds like Kevin.
Yeah, that's all you're waiting to hear is Robin start bling blonging.
I want that so bad. I want them to I will watch an episode of Teen Titans Go if they sneak that reference in.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Have him just start freaking out about something. Just start
Oh
bling
my
blonging.
god. But yeah, so that was my 2 for this week. Who wants to go next?
Riveting.
Kyle, you go next.
Okay. Fine.
Fine,
Good.
I'll do it.
Fine, I'll do it.
In the butt.
Anyways, get ready for a treat.
I am.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm riveted.
Anyways, I picked Donkey Kong Country, which is based on the video game. It's called Donkey Kong Country, and I really loved the game. Like number 2 is my favorite, but
Yeah, but
Donkey
Ego
Kong
Raptor
Country-
didn't like it.
Well, Ego Raptor can suck a dick. I'm not as famous as him, so I can't say that. Anyways, I liked Donkey Kong Country. I loved K. Rool. He's one of my favorite bad guys because he's like some shit. I like alligators.
I know you do.
Is that why I love your favorite Ninja Turtles one?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Now, is Leatherhead a villain in, like, the old show?
In the old
He's
show,
a
he's a villain. In the
old
new
show,
one,
he's-
yeah. Well, in the old show, he also wore like a vest.
Cajun.
And, yeah, he was extremely Cajun.
Kyle, remember a time we went to see Rob Paulson and Jim Cummings just talked about that for like a half hour?
Yeah.
Told us a whole
Cummings-
story.
Jim Cummings is my hero, man. He was in SWAT Cats. Look
He's-
that shit up.
He's in everything.
He was the voice of the Terror Mask in the new Splatterhouse game, so it was really hilarious hearing him just.
That's cool.
He's
oh
Pete.
god, he says some of the most like vile, horrible shit, and it's just hilarious. Think like, wow, this guy does the voice of like Winnie the Pooh, doesn't he?
Yeah. I want to hear him say fucked up shit.
Sorry,
when
well,
he
let's let Kyle go. I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
go ahead.
Okay. Completely unrelated.
Okay, so
But-
there's enough of that.
Who does the guy his voice? It's Charlie Adler.
Yeah.
Charlie
Ah,
Adler was
Charlie
in a
Adler.
Bomberman game. Charlie Adler was in a Bomberman game, and they have uncensored dialogue from him
Oh god.
in this game, and he's screaming like, "I'll fucking cut your head off."
Oh god.
Like,
That
stuff
doesn't.
like that in his red guy voice, and it's beautiful.
That's not.
Great to hear him.
That's
curse.
not Bomberman material.
And,
So-
and it's not like the reboot that looked like Metroid. It's like an actual Bomberman game.
All right.
Oh
then.
god, Bomberman X-Zero? You actually referenced that?
Yeah. No,
God.
it's not that one.
We just pretended it didn't happen.
Much like the Stallone Judge Dredd movie, huh?
Oh god.
That's my Bomberman X-Zero. We just pretend that didn't happen.
Oh. But if you didn't have Stallone Judge Dredd, you probably wouldn't have Carl Urban Judge Dredd.
Yes, we would, because the comics are better.
All right, fair enough. Kyle, what about Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, so I remember it used to be played on Fox Family, and
Ah, yes.
the only thing I remember of Fox Family was like Pee-wee's Playhouse reruns. I can't think of anything else that was on there. But I knew that show didn't appeal to me at all, so I didn't watch it as a kid. And
And we made you watch some for this show.
yeah, so watching it for this show, the first episode, they have this like really weird Samson type fucking episode. So King K. Rool puts a curse on Donkey Kong in a sense, and he cuts his hair and he loses his power. So there's
Wait.
like a what?
I'm having a hard time following this plot line here. How does a monkey cut its hair?
Well, he gets like a robot. Like K. Rool gets a robot to cut his hair that looks like his girlfriend, and it's really
But-
dumb.
But he put a curse on him.
The curse was like on the scissors. I don't know. It was really fucking
Like,
stupid.
what the fuck is going on in this show? The game was so simple. They stole his bananas.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, this is like the shit that really pissed me off. So they cut his hair, and it's not even played as a joke or nothing. But he's got that little fucking point like this. Like any Donkey Kong, he has the point of hair.
Sure.
So they cut it, and it's fucking skin underneath.
Oh.
And it's not played as a joke or nothing. It's just I think they were too lazy to render a bald head. So he has this like fucking flesh spike coming out of his head.
Oh.
And I mean, like, I can see them do it like, say Mickey Mouse where his skull or his brain has ears. That's cute. That's a joke. Whatever. This was like not a joke. It was really fucking dumb.
Kyle, you're really angry about this.
No, I was super mad because like my beef with the show is you have this game about monkeys and shit doing monkey things,
Dude, monkey shit.
but they're running on all fours. They're acting like monkeys and stuff. Then you go into this cartoon and it's all motion capture. So you have these apes walking on two legs and it looks so fucking unnatural. And then they're talking and singing and rapping, and it's like, it's so god-awful. And I know, like, people praise it on Tumblr and shit, that it's all meme-worthy. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
K. Rool doesn't have his giant bloodshot eye. He's just normal. He's got a very effeminate voice. Donkey Kong 64, he sounds scary as fuck. Like, he sounds like someone you don't fuck with.
In Donkey Kong Country, in the cartoon, didn't they give him kind of like a Tim Curry-esque voice? Was that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking that's what they were trying to go for, right? Yeah, like you said. Effeminate, I guess I think Tim Curry.
And what bothered me, too, is, like, they cut his cape to, like, his shoulders, so you just see his bare ass, and he doesn't have a tail. So it's like, really weird looking.
Look,
It's
Kyle,
just like...
tails cost money to render.
Yeah, I guess. So it just looks weird because you have this giant blob with like 2 feet, and like, I don't know, a tail would have made it look better. So, anyways, the second episode I watched, can't even fucking remember it, to be honest. It's so bad.
Did you draw it out of your mind?
Yeah. I went to my happy place when I had to watch it because it was just that awful.
The theme song was kind of catchy.
Yeah, I don't like the whole Banana Slamma thing.
Banana Slamma. That's the title of this episode now.
Yeah. Well, they
Banana
introduced
Slam.
like a new character, Bluster Kong.
Oh god.
He had the little French guy mustache, right?
Yeah,
And didn't he like sell barrels or something?
Yeah, his whole thing was selling barrels. It's like, okay then.
Such a commodity for them.
Well, yeah.
Candy Kong got like an upgrade, and it looked.
I considered it a downgrade.
Yeah, it's,
Candy's just always been creepy. Weird monkey tits.
She didn't look good at all. I didn't care for
She's
her.
never looked good.
She looked. I don't know. She looked passable, I guess, in the fucking game.
You're just they're sexualizing a monkey. It's creepy.
It's
So,
a cartoon.
I don't care.
Have you seen Tiny Kong and all that?
Yes, I have. That's equally terrible.
That's what it was. So the second episode, Cranky Kong takes a potion and he becomes like young again and whatever.
So he becomes Donkey Kong from
Yeah,
the
really.
arcade?
Basically.
Did they finally tie that together?
No, they never did.
Damn.
So Donkey Kong takes it, he turns into a baby, and the whole episode's one of those age regression fetishes, in a sense. What really bothered me at the end, though, is K. Rool takes this potion to make himself young again, and he poofs away into smoke. You don't fucking see him, it's just his crown. They zoom into the crown, and there's a little K. Rool, same exact, like, same render as his big version, and he's still wearing a crown.
Oh.
So you have this crown
Wait a
that he's
minute.
in, and he's wearing a crown on his head. They were fucking lazy with this show.
Oh god.
My other thing that I didn't like is they have Funky Kong. Funky Kong's this character and he's got blonde hair, so he looks like a naked man. The whole surfer thing is gone. He's all like Rastafarian because that's what surfers are, I guess. And yeah, it was just so bad. And then it looks like I didn't even watch the third episode. I just
sounds like it would have been a bad idea too.
Kyle values his sanity.
I watched the fourth episode. So they had a pirate parrot. I guess I missed the third one. Well, they had a pirate parrot, and it bothered me because they didn't use squawks from the game. It was just like...
I was about to ask, was it squawks? But that answers my question.
No, it was just a brand new character. Like, fucking lazy.
Yeah.
So we have this show where they have to shoehorn songs into it because Donkey Kong's all about music. You know that.
That was before...
sing every game.
That was before Donkey Konga.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't know. Everybody's fucking walking upright because monkeys walk upright, I guess.
Well, you know.
And they banana slammer, just fucking banana slammer. So if I had to give it a review, I would say an F minus.
It's
F-.
not even good by mid-90s standards.
Go on to your hat. Oh, talk about your next show. I
That
think you deserve it.
Yeah, I think Kyle's next show is his happy
I don't
place.
think there's anything else we can say about Donkey Kong Country. I think you pretty much summarized.
Yeah, well, what pains me is I actually
I'm
really
still
like
going.
the games. I really like the games, but fuck this show. Fox family and the French people that made this. Anyways, Earthworm Jim, on the other hand, I actually really enjoyed. Earthworm Jim was great. It didn't really have anything to do with the video games, but it held its own, which was great.
I thought it did a decent job. At least it brought in like the villains from the game and stuff, like Bob the Goldfish.
Yeah.
Like Psychro was like a primary antagonist. I mean,
it had all the bad guys, and their main goal was to steal the super suit and give it to the queen, and that was kind of like the whole premise. And I don't know. I don't want to pull the fucking card of saying, like, it inspired me to be an artist.
Kyle, that is a fully valid card to pull.
I mean, Doug Tenapel or Tenaple, or whatever you call him, is kind of, awesome. I know. He's homophobe,
Yeah, did I ever tell you guys I had a very intimate discussion about why he's so against atheism?
You said like you had to unfollow him or something.
I had a very I went to him and was like, look, you make some very inflammatory comments towards like why you hate atheists and like how they're very wrong, and I just like, look, I want to have a very calm, informed discussion about this. I just want to hear your viewpoint, and just like no matter what I said, he was just very much. No, it's like, this is what I believe. I'm a very Christian person. I believe that, if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, fair enough.
I can one-up you on that shit.
All right.
I don't like to, but
go for it.
So back in the day, I was on his forums. Doug 10 apples. 10 apples.
10 apples.
All right, we got it.
So
much like Don Blumsky or Blumsky or
Blumfifth. Well, anyways, I was on his forums and I'm like, hey, did you guys know that there's an Earthworm Jim reference in Donkey Kong Country 2? And
which there is.
There really is. And he's like, don't smoke crack and post on my forums. And I'm like,
it's a little excessive.
Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker. And like, so I was reading his graphic novel, Rat Fist, and this superhero meets Earthworm Jim, and he's like, you're my biggest hero, and all this stuff, and Earthworm Jim's like, bye. Like, he doesn't like him, doesn't want to talk to him, and the guy goes, oh, well, at least I'll have Diddy Kong. And I'm like, was that a pot shot at me? Like it came off as that.
That'd be kind of amazing, if you pissed him off that much that he decided to take a pot shot at you. And
congratulations.
Yeah, like, it has his gun right next to a trash can next to Sonic's shoes. It's fucking Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. I mean, it's so obvious.
So, anyways, I really liked the show. The plots were just so stupid and funny. He's friends with Peter Puppy. He was in 2 games. It's funny too because I love Earthworm Jim 2. That's my favorite one.
What is your opinion on Earthworm 3D?
I enjoyed it, but I know a lot of fans hate it. It was just a passable game to me.
Alright.
But I know, like, one episode, he gets hit by a stink ray from, Professor Monkey for a head, so he has to take his, super suit into the cleaners, and they give him, like, a powered down one. And then he has to fight, like, Professor Monkey for a head in a, super suit. There's a bunch of, like, cool stuff. Peter Puppy, he had a mantra from Dune, that book Dune, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was, like, to keep him calm, because he would mutate into a giant,
You basically Hulk out.
Yeah. It happened in the game, both of them. He would just destroy his shit. But, then it just had, like, Jim trying to win affections from the princess and stuff, but I really remembered liking the Cleaners episode, and, there's like a few other ones. Like, they introduced a bunch of new characters, and they just kind of fit. I want to say it's because he was involved in the show, but there was like the Hamsternator was another superhero. He's just this fat hamster.
That's amazing.
I hate to say it, but like my favorite design ever was like a joke character. They never used him, maybe twice, but it was Johnny Dactyl, and it was a superhero based on a pterodactyl.
That's awesome.
And I thought that was so cool. But just stupid episodes like him going on a road trip, and like they're fun, stupid things. And Jim Cummings does Psycho, which was one of my favorite villains in the show.
Homer does Jim.
Yeah, and Homer is Jim.
Groovy.
It's the best. It actually had a DVD release, and I'd like highly recommend it.
This is like the complete series?
Yeah.
Nice.
I can also highly recommend it because if Kyle didn't already call it, I would have totally talked about Earthworm Jim. I used to watch that with Freakazoid like back to back on Sunday mornings, and
Yes.
We just stole all of Andy's material this week.
it's okay. Somehow I'm all right with it.
I was so into it. I had all the toys. I had like the video games and stuff.
I think I only had one of the Earthworm Jim. No, I had 2 of the Earthworm. 3 actually. Never mind.
Which ones did you have?
I had Psycho. I had Peter Puppy with the Hulk. Did he come with both forms?
It was the main figure was the big monster.
Okay, yeah, I had the big figure because he came with like random stuff, and then I had like an underwater version of Jim.
Yes, that's what I had too.
Yeah, like it was like it had like a squirt gun, but it had like a helmet on and everything. Yeah, that was like those were really cool toys actually.
Yeah, and what was weird was, I want to say back in like 2006 or something, they re-released the toys for no reason at all.
Son of a bitch.
And I bought all of them because I wanted to keep them.
Jesus.
They're cheap on eBay though.
I want a Jim figure. That'd be kind of cool to have.
I'm heading to the internet right now.
But yeah.
Can't get the Battletoads vinyl. I will get Earthworm Jim figures.
But 5 stars on Yelp. Loved it. Best show.
Top 5 ever.
Oh, wait a minute. Mezco actually made an Earthworm Jim figure.
Yeah, there's a Comic-Con one where he's smiling and he's like metallic, and then there's like the normal one where he's kind of angry looking.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I did not know this existed. I might actually have to pick this up. Oh, you can get it with the TV series.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Rad.
Wow, that is so crazy. I love Earthworm Jim. I kind of wish that would come back.
He's been trying so hard, but it's one of those things where, kind of like SWAT Cats, he lost the rights to the character, and it's been ping-ponging back and forth.
Oh, look, you can get Earthworm Jim Deep Sea Mission Suit action figure for $8.
That's not bad at all, really.
No, I find it funny. Like that one's.
I found it for $5.
Princess, what's her name for $7?
We're just going through eBay now.
I'm on Amazon actually.
Oh, I found the deep sea one for like $5 on eBay.
She was like another waifu.
Really?
Kath Sushi or Sushi or whatever.
Sorcy?
Sorcy, is that how you pronounce her name?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. She was.
Look at her game art. She's got like fucking like skin tight clothing and stuff. Oh damn. Stripes.
Are we just gonna have an episode about waifus someday?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Maybe if we're still around by Valentine's Day, we'll do a month of waifus.
Can we sink any lower? Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty of room to dig down. We haven't hit the clay or the granite yet of this. How far we can sink.
When do we get now? If we're going by Minecraft rules, we hit bedrock, and that's the bottom, right?
I haven't played Minecraft in ages.
I just remember that.
All right, Andy.
You're up.
Let's do
My
it.
turn. Well, I chose 2 video game cartoons. Not sure which one I should talk about first, but I guess I'll talk about the shorter one because it only had 1 episode. But Battletoads.
Battletoads actually had a show.
Battletoads had a pilot.
Oh.
It was not a show. It was supposed to be a show, but it completely came out of nowhere because obviously Battletoads was kind of meant to be sort of like it was meant to be like another Ninja Turtles, basically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anthropomorphic creatures were all the rage. So of course, you also had Street Sharks, Extreme Dinosaurs.
Oh man, I love Street Sharks.
Well, who didn't? I actually have some of the figures. Like I'm looking at.
I had
right now.
I don't really remember much about Street Sharks, but I know I had the action figure to the hammerhead shark guy.
That was Jab.
Yeah, he was
I
cool.
had Moby Lick.
Yes. I'm looking right now. I have Blades, who was the rollerblader, obviously, and then I have the Great Slamoo.
This is
He was
beautiful
the real
punnery of the highest caliber.
Hey, they
Dem
knew what they were
90s
doing.
puns.
But Battletoads, basically, it was obviously notorious for being one of the most difficult games on the NES.
Mm-hmm.
I know I never beat it as a kid, and I don't think I've beaten it to this day. I don't think I've ever made it past the turbo tunnel. No, wait,
And
I have.
Fun fact, kids, now that Rare has re-released all of their games, you can now play Battletoads again.
August.
Yeah.
I've almost actually debated buying an Xbox One just to
Get the
mostly
Rare
'cause
replay.
I mostly want Jet Force Gemini, but
That'd be
having
pretty
all
sweet.
the Battletoads games would be really awesome because they have the arcade version of Battletoads, which is really, really good, but never really got like a home release.
Gotcha. And Kyle, I'm sorry, I still have not beaten Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, I was gonna bring that up with the Xbox stuff. I'm wondering if they're keeping the Nintendo references in Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer, because they
Well-
have like a Game Boy and they have like the logo and stuff like that.
Well, because you let me use your codes for the Xbox versions of both Banjo-Kazooie games, and when you start up the game, the Nintendo logo is gone. They do still have the Game Boy, because I think that's harder to take out, but they did take the Nintendo logo out of the beginning of the game.
Conquer, it has like he cuts it in half. It's like a main part of the title sequence.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're going to get around it. They may just cut that out completely.
Anyways,
Or remodel it. I don't know. Anyway, Andy, go on about Battletoads.
Sorry, but basically they released a single. Well, actually, no, it was aired on Thanksgiving in '92. I never knew about it until like a couple years back when I decided to browse the internet about Battletoads because it's one of those rare nostalgic games that I just really loved, and you can find it on YouTube right now, and it is pretty awful. I mean,
it's pretty awful.
I mean, I try to give it credit. I understand, like, you can't look at these things now, and, no offense, but a lot, outside of, like, Earthworm Jim, I really can't think of too many video game-based cartoons, like, early on, because Monster Rancher was kind of 90s.
Yeah, a lot of these were 90s
and
shows.
that was Japanese, so, I mean, obviously, they had a very particular style to that.
Right.
Battletoads was trying... It's funny because if you play the original Battletoads games, this is like their origin story, and it is nothing like the origin story I would imagine for these characters. And it's funny because Nintendo Power had a comic that was done about
Nice.
Battletoads. Yeah, and it's actually pretty good. You can find that online, and it's pretty interesting. And I don't know, it's so strange to me that Battletoads tried to be a cartoon. Just watch it and you'll see what I mean. It's just so strange to me because I don't know, there's something about it. They just have really bad catchphrases and really awkward voices. Like, the leader of the Battletoads sounds kind of like Kevin French.
Wow, that sounds awful.
Like, even nerdier, though. Like, it's just, like, crazy because you're supposed to take this guy seriously as, a Battletoad. Supposed to be able to beat the shit out of, giant rats and pigs and stuff like that.
Need some kind of gruff voice at least.
No, not at all. It's the opposite of gruff.
Oh, jeez.
I want to give this guy a wedgie.
That's how I felt about Donkey Kong too. You have like both of the main characters that have feminine voices, and it's like
I thought
These
Donkey
are
Kong
characters-
had a pretty masculine voice, if I remember right. But granted, it's been a long time.
I'm like, these characters shouldn't talk. Like, to never see them talking. Anyways,
God.
Like Battletoads, yeah, check it out on YouTube. The one thing I will say is that the theme song is actually really fun. It's like a surf, it's like a complete beach, well no, complete like Ventures surf riff with like ridiculous lyrics and everything. But God, it's just such a weird thing because you look at the game that it was based off of, this threadbare plot, and then you look at the show and it's like, wait a minute, so now there are three loser teenagers who basically get their powers to become Battletoads from space. It's never quite clear.
Well, that's just... Yeah.
But it's like, it's space, but it's like another dimension. But then in like a comic strip, like in Nintendo Power, there are video game testers who get trapped in a virtual reality thing, and
Well,
it is the most bizarre backstory I have ever seen. And it's so strange when you consider the fact that the game was really just you going through a bunch of insane obstacle courses
Yeah.
and breaking controllers, probably.
Oh, God.
have you seen the comic where it's one of them riding? Like
Yes, and that's pretty much how the turbo tunnel went. I remember
it's just. I love
oh
how
fuck,
it's
oh
on
fuck, oh
fire.
fuck, oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
It's
'Cause
on
it's
fire
weird.
and there's a leg there.
That's how the turbo tunnel was. You'd think you were doing fine for a few minutes, and then suddenly all hell would break loose. And the game, that was apparently the thing is, the game gets harder from there.
Oh jeez.
Like, I remember as a kid thinking, oh man, this has to be like the last level or second to last level. It's just a really short game. Nope, you still got 7 more left.
Oh fuck.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, and it's, just as a fan of that, like, even though it sounds weird to say, like, I'm a big fan of Battletoads, I actually have figures of the Battletoads back when they were doing, like, their marketing blitz for the game.
They made them? I didn't know that.
They were actually really awesome. I'll have to dig them out and take a photo and put it on the Facebook, but, yeah, they made, like, the rubber, like, they're actually pretty solid figures. And I think my brother got them, but of course I found them, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm keeping these."
Oh, they look awesome. Are they bendable?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
like,
are.
Yeah, they're. I was kind of upset they didn't make like more of them. I'm genuinely surprised Battletoads was one of those few things that didn't catch on and become a thing. I mean, they teamed up with Double Dragon, which had an awful cartoon.
Oh, God.
Like, I mean, it's just funny to me that Battletoads is those franchises that it was kind of there. It's got the nostalgia factor. It's got everything going for it, but it just never took off. And I was one of the few people who, as I said, I think I said this before, was very upset when the stupid meme was going around.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were genuinely making a new Battletoads game.
That's sad.
One of my
Very
favorite things.
upset.
One of my favorite things that 4chan does is, the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas,
Oh,
where
God.
it's the guy Rick and his family.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Here's their number. Call and ask if they have Battletoads."
Oh God.
And it's just they just blow up their phone asking them for it. They have it at their shop.
Oh God.
It's funny when you look at the voice cast. It's going back as actually this has a tie to. This actually has a tie to the next cartoon I'm going to talk about, the Mega Man cartoon.
Oh boy.
Now, I'm actually a defender of it.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, I will admit a lot of it's nostalgia, but also because, I mean, I didn't know about the... basically, to go back on what I'm talking about here, Mega Man obviously had a TV series in the 90s. I think it was 94 it started.
Yeah.
And it was, it was an Americanized version of Mega Man who, if you followed the games, didn't really have much of a plot.
It bugs me because, like, they didn't even try to assimilate the original art style.
Well,
Dude, have you seen the box art for it? Like,
yeah, I wonder if they were going off box art Mega Man.
Maybe.
Granted, no, I think Ruby Spears actually comes closer. He didn't use a gun. He actually had the Buster. He actually took enemies' powers.
All right.
There's more going on there.
All right.
But 94, Ruby Spears, they made the Mega Man cartoon, and I never realized before they actually aired the cartoon, they had a promotional clip. You can go on YouTube and see it. The original design for the show was actually spot on to the game.
Oh, well, that just makes me sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes a lot of people sad. Of course, as a kid, I was just like, oh shit, it's Mega Man in cartoon form, and there's toys? The toys were fucking sweet, though.
Yeah, I think I had a Proto Man from that show a long time ago.
I had all the mini ones. I had a bunch of the normal-sized ones. I still have my Proto Man, and I think I still have my Mega Man. I
Nice.
have a Guts Man, but I think he's missing his arm.
Guts Man.
Because his arm was removable because it was, like, it would rotate to throw stuff.
Nice.
Just like the game. But I don't know. I watched it, and I actually watched it a few episodes again. It still has an appeal to it. I think, honestly, out of a lot of the video game-based cartoons, like Captain N and a million other things, I think, honestly, I can watch Mega Man, and it's mostly because it's kind of hilarious to watch now.
Oh.
I remember watching it before school. I don't know what
Yeah.
channel it was on, but it was like before Inspector Gadget.
I think it
used
was
to love
ABC.
Was it?
I think it was ABC, if I remember right. Well, it's Goku doing his voice, which is great.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Awesome.
That's
And Scott
amazing.
McNeil doing, basically his regular voice to be Proto Man, who I think honestly had the best personality I've ever seen in a video game.
I just love that he just keeps giving Dr. Wily so much shit.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Just every time he's like, what, you fucked up again?
If you watch the show, it's great because it's just so much sarcasm and spite. It's amazing.
Oh God.
I mean, Cutman sounds like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
That's beautiful.
Why?
Why not?
God.
I guess.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know.
There's only one episode I ever remember for that show, and it's when they brought Mega Man X onto the show, and it's just like,
I never saw that episode.
oh my God,
until-
it's funny because like regular Mega Man's just like, oh, he's Mega Man, he's a little lighthearted, but you get like this total grim dark Mega Man X from the future.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
just
Mega
all
Man
hard.
X was kind of grim dark.
No, but he's just like he's like RoboCop and shit. He's just like no nonsense, just like I'm gonna kill some bitches.
Well,
Looking at it right now, it looks like Space Ace, like Ace and Dexter meeting.
Yeah,
for the first
you
time.
know what?
basically,
God, does anyone get that reference?
kind of.
I was to say, I mean, man, Don Bluth is happy somewhere.
Oh,
Talking about me.
I'm sure a lot of people.
He's not dead yet, so
Not yet.
Oh,
Give
he's
him
out there
time.
somewhere.
Give him
But
time.
I don't know. You can buy the Mega Man series on DVD, and you can take in all the hilarity. It spawned a whole bunch of memes like Pharaoh Man takes no shit. Which, if you haven't seen it, basically there's an episode where Pharaoh Man appears, and Pharaoh Man's one of my favorite Robot Masters from Mega Man 4. And Mega Man is like hiding in a fountain, and Pharaoh Man's skulking about trying to find him. Mega Man jumps out of the fountain, takes his power. It does like that long little like thing where it shows the 3D like the neon graphic of him taking his power. And every time Mega Man would take someone's power, he'd be like, "Now I've got your power." Most characters would like freak out. Like most of the enemies he would take the power from would freak out. Pharaoh Man just punches him in the face. No stopping.
That is beautiful.
Oh, it's great. Look it up. It's become a meme, and it's well deserved.
Just
And
no.
then, of course, the amazing Mega Man dives in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
I knew you'd say President Lincoln.
Oh, God. You know what? It's so hilarious because I'm friends with a guy who does a spot-on Proto Man.
That's amazing.
We were really drunk at MagFest, and he yelled no like it, and I had to sit down for like 5 minutes because I couldn't stop laughing. Proto Man is such a dick in that show. It's hilarious.
The only meme I know is Gutsman's ass, and it just appears everywhere.
And it's funny because I remember seeing that episode, and I just remember thinking, that's kind of funny. I did not expect that to blow up into being the biggest.
What's the context behind it?
Basically, the context is Gutsman and Cutman were basically like the Bulk and Skull, if I have to reference something else.
Okay.
Like how, they were like the goofy, like...
Yeah,
they were the goofy villains who were like, they were the bumbling oafs. They would constantly try to get Mega Man, but they'd fuck it up, and they'd end up in pieces. There's an entire compilation of Cutman fucking up on YouTube that's pretty great to watch. It's always a treat to watch, because there's literally a scene where Cutman shoots one of his scissor blades out, and it chases him.
What?
Like, for what feels like 5 minutes. And he runs into a van that Gutsman is hiding in, and the thing cuts open the van.
What is
I need
this?
to watch this show.
What is this show?
Just look it up. Just look up some of the scenes from it.
This just sounds ridiculous.
But the context was, going back on Gutsman's ass, they were undercover in mascot costumes, so predating Five Nights at Freddy's for robots inside fursuits. And Rush... Mega Man's faithful dog senses something is wrong, and bites the ass off the suit to reveal that it's Gutsman. And when it happens, they play this really dramatic cue. Like, you would think it's like the kind of thing you'd find in Murder, She Wrote when she finds a body. Like, it's like, ta-da!
This all sounds amazing.
It zooms in on Gutsman's ass.
Oh god,
It's beautiful.
I want to watch this so bad now.
It is a meme-worthy show. There's an entire Tumblr, I think, that is great.
Just Gutsman's ass.
No, not even Gutsman's ass. There's so much going on. Some of the faces Cutman makes
Oh god.
is great. And I think for the most part, I kind of give him credit because even though they didn't try to do the style of the games, a lot of the Robot Master designs were pretty spot on. And they got in some pretty obscure ones. Like, I think there were a few Mega Man 5 robots in there, like Crystal Man and stuff like that, who were actually pretty spot on.
How far did they go up?
I think they went up to 5, because I think even though the show got really high ratings, they stopped after 2 seasons? Let me check. Yeah, 2 seasons. And it was actually rated number 1 on syndicated children's shows in the Nielsen ratings at one time.
Nice.
It's pretty
So,
sweet.
it wasn't
is
as
Skullman? Is
You know
Skullman
what?
in there?
I don't know if Skullman ever appeared.
Oh, that's my bro.
Yeah,
Of course
Skullman-
he is.
Well, Skullman is a badass. I mean, there's no reason not to love Skullman. I seem to use that phrase a lot.
Don't put
But
Skullman in a
I know they did a pretty interesting take on Metal Man, which was kind of funny. Like
That's your bro.
yeah, well, that's more so Shauna's.
Oh.
I grew to love Metal Man. Metal Man was always awesome because he was the most overpowered. Well, his weapon was the most overpowered, and he was the coolest. He's covered in razor blades.
I'm a fan of Magnet Man.
Magnet Man has a great scene where Mega Man tricks him into giving his power by giving him a high five.
That's awesome. Okay, I should stand corrected. I like the Battle Network version of Magnet Man.
Oh, you don't like the original Magnet Man?
He's fine. I really like. There's a lot of no. Magnet Man's fine. He's cool, but there's a lot of. I like a lot of the redesigns when they made Battle Network, and Magnet Man is my favorite because I like his weird face mask and just like the way they built his body. It's kind of rad.
I'm trying to think of like what characters got the worst treatment. Toadman looks horrible.
Yeah.
In Ruby Spears, Snake Man turned out really good.
Yeah, I like what they did for Fireman. I guess they called him Torchman for whatever reason, but he looked pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, the Skullman did not appear.
Oh.
Probably for the best.
Wait,
I don't know.
Skullman? Oh, okay, never mind.
In the Ruby Spears one.
Gotcha.
Like, I see you doing the Mega Man cosplaying all the time. Like, that's so awesome. I would totally be Skullman if I could do that.
Who have you cosplayed as?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Metal Man.
Oh, nice.
Mostly because my girlfriend wants to fuck Metal Man.
Oh, well, there you go.
She's she's a robosexual.
All right, that's cool.
Tumblr is a very pro robot relationship.
All right, whatever you're into, man.
I just think it's funny. I just think, as a kid who loved Mega Man, growing up and finding out girls love Mega Man.
All right.
That is pretty sweet.
Like, I was like, really? No shit.
That is a pretty rad cosplay, I will say.
Thank you. I usually use it as an excuse to get drunk and be a robot. I basically play Metal Man like Bender from Futurama.
That's amazing.
Any robot I dress up as ever will always be Bender.
Drunk robot.
Just drunk, angry robot.
I want a mod of all the Mega Man games now where all the robot adventures are just inebriated the entire time.
That's how you fuel them.
Just blackjack and hookers.
That's the episode we watched at work today, actually.
In fact, we get the blackjack.
Yes, because we started from the beginning, because I work in a job where I get to watch cartoons sometimes.
Oh, God. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just going. Well, one more thing, though. I love Mega Man X, and I never knew he appeared in the Ruby Spears cartoon. Mm-hmm. And I'm really mad about that, because that probably would have blown my mind as a kid.
Oh, no, go look it up. It's.
Oh, I have. I think it's great that Mega Man X is from the future, and CDs are what they store data on.
Oh, yeah. Well, back in the day, back in the mid-'90s, that was still futuristic technology for them.
Yeah, we didn't know what the fuck a flash drive was, but I just hold on, I have it on this compact disc, and
they probably still use floppy disks in that show.
At that time, that was cutting edge.
God, I'm at the age where I used floppy disks in school. For you young children listening, it was this little plastic square thing, and it held not even a kilobyte of information.
You had to load 8 of them to play a game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even remember how that worked.
And now we've got a thumb drive that's half a terabyte, and it's the size of my fingernail.
Yeah, I'm sure I have my Doom floppies somewhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'll fucking buy that off you.
Fucking kids are spoiled these days.
I will say this though, I think that going back on it, I will argue though that the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon still holds a lot of entertainment value, if not just for the humor of seeing ridiculous stuff like Mega Man pretending he's evil and high-fiving Magnet Man to steal his power.
Dick move.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually what the YouTube video is called. Mega Man is a dick.
Well, you know.
Because Magnet Man's all like, all right, you're on our team now. And he's like, yeah, Magnet dude. And then he goes and high-fives him, and then he just gets really dramatic and goes, he's stealing my powers.
Well, that's his fault for being evil,
But look up Pharaoh Man punches Mega Man in the face.
I will do just that.
It is the best 10 seconds you will ever see.
Oh, God.
Because it's just so abrupt. And it works so well.
Oh, jeez.
And wow, that is Doom 2 on floppy disk for 99 cents.
Because who's got the technology to load it anymore?
Oh, I just want it because I love Doom. How come that didn't get a Saturday morning cartoon?
Because you can't make a show about killing hell beasts.
Yes, you can.
In space.
Yes, you can.
Not in the 90s you couldn't. You probably could wait.
Yeah, had a Spawn cartoon, I'm pretty sure.
That was on HBO. Yeah, how come HBO didn't get the rights to Doom? I would have... Fuck it, it couldn't be any weirder than the Doom comic book.
Alright, so what we need to...
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear.
This is the most obnoxious comic book I've ever seen in my life.
It's, you know, people always say that it's awful. I will argue it is a work of... It is a...
Oh no, it's glorious.
You know it is the things you say when you are playing Doom.
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear. When you get the Berserk pack, you are thinking rip and tear, because that is what you're gonna do. They just recorded somebody playing Doom and just wrote out the dialogue.
Alright, so what we need to do now is invent time travel so we can go back to the 90s and have HBO make a Doom cartoon.
I think that is a worthy use.
I mean, we're not going to use it to go back and kill Hitler or anything. We're just going to use it to make cartoons from the 90s.
Well, no, we need to... we gotta send Kung Fury back for that.
Explains the little laser raptors.
Laser raptors.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I know it's getting late for you guys, so do you have any other things you'd like to talk about today?
I think it's pretty interesting to look at, like, just... Video game cartoons are always... It's kind of like when they make video game movies. It's extremely hit or miss.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have a chance to, continue that discussion because unless you guys are opposed to it, we can make this a two-part episode.
Do we dare?
Okay.
Do we dare do a two-part episode?
There are more video games to talk about.
Yes,
I call
there are.
Super Mario and Link.
Alright, fine. I'll find something else. I'll talk about...
Yeah.
I'll do Captain Ed, because I'm pretty much the only one who enjoys Captain Ed.
That show. I watched that drunk, and I was just like, "This is."
Oh, Captain Ed is so gloriously horrible.
It was a mega disappointment, am I right?
Fuck you a kiss.
I was actually more offended with what they did to Simon Belmont, but we'll talk.
I love flamboyant Simon Belmont.
He's not even flamboyant. He's a fucking moron.
Oh no, he's flamboyant as shit. Well, we'll table this for next week.
Alright, I'll write down all my angry thoughts.
Yeah, why don't you guys actually write some notes like I did?
I guess I'll take the Sonic the Animated.
Well,
I'll take both of them.
Alright. So Sonic.
Pull an autistic movie Bob rage on that.
Actually, I'm okay with, well, except for Underground.
Yeah. Oof.
We don't talk about Underground.
I like to think that a lot of people don't like that. I actually enjoyed both Satan and Adventures of Sonic.
Now, what are your feelings on Sonic X?
I kind of forgot it existed. I like the theme song, though.
Fair enough.
It summarized what Sonic was about.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. I listened to people rip that theme song a new one, and I'm like, well, what? It sums up the show.
Gotta go
It
fast.
sums up Sonic as a character. What does he gotta do? He's gotta go fast.
He's gotta go fast.
Man, I loved the theme song for the Milton Dighton one. Holy crap.
Which one? Is that Blue Streak Speeds By?
No, it was just the flight of the Bumblebee. Just that whole sequence.
Oh, that's the goofy one.
Yes, Milton Knight did such a good job on that.
I could just look up pictures of the Robotnik from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's an limitless entertainment.
Yes, that guy is my hero.
Well, we will discuss this next week because it'll. Oh God.
This is amazing. We have two-part episode.
First two-parter. It'll be amazing. No special occasion. We just want to talk about video games.
There's a lot of video game cartoons.
It's like I would make a show. I make a podcast about video games, but I don't play enough to make a show out of it.
I can kind of fill in.
But I certainly watch enough cartoons to make a show out of that. As half-assed as this show mostly is.
I could probably get into E3 if we do a video game show.
I don't know. Do you really want to go to E3?
If I could meet like Miyamoto and get him to sign a money, I'd be down.
That's the only reason.
That guy seems like he'd have like crazy security.
Pretends not to know English.
Yeah, like he'd see someone coming. You'll have like guys dressed as Wario, strong arming you out of the way.
Oh Jesus!
It's wah wah wah.
Oh God. Well, anyway, I think we should close this episode for this week. If that's all right with you guys.
I'm all right with that.
Kyle.
I'm good, man.
Okay, cool. All right. So thank you everybody for listening to this week's Econ Paint Club podcast. Like I said, this will be a 2-part episode, so come back next week to hear more video game hilarity, if that's what you want to call it.
I mean, what else have you got to do?
Right?
Nothing.
Your sad, miserable lives, fill it with our podcast. Fill your life with our podcast. But, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you enjoyed this, please share it with whoever you can. That would be amazing. There's links in the descriptions to our Facebook and our Tumblr page, and all of our personal pages if you'd like to follow us. And Kyle, you're the other half of this show originally, so I'll let you put a vote to it, but I would not be opposed to having Andy on as a full-time member if he would enjoy that and you approve of this. I need a second.
I don't know, man. I've known Andy for quite a while.
Longer than me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to mix business and pleasure. No, Andy's cool. I say yes.
So, Andy, if you are up for the task, you are more than welcome to join us every week now.
Oh man, this is exciting.
Because I don't know, like, Kyle, I'm not saying our previous episodes were bad,
I thought they were
but last week was a definite improvement.
Oh. I thought the show was doing fine from the beginning. I'm more than happy to join on though.
Alright, so
I'll start putting the screws to some of my friends to start listening to this.
good. They need
not
to.
that I already didn't, but now I can be like, come on, I'm involved.
Nah, now they have to watch it.
If you don't,
or listen
I will
to it.
find you.
So yeah, now Andy is full-time member. Hooray. Congrats. Huzzah. Mazel tov. So, we'll be back next... right. So we'll be back next week, talk about more video game news. Not news, cartoons, rather. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go to bed now.
Sounds about fair.
You guys have work tomorrow, and I don't really have anything to do. I'm just fucking tired. I've been driving all day.
Yeah, I gotta go do that work thing.
I do too.
Alright. Well, say goodnight to the beautiful people, everybody.
I love you, beautiful.
I will see you all every week.
From now on till the end of
You'll
time.
never be rid of me.
Oh, God. Good night, everybody.
Good night.